Good evening, everyone in Middletown, and welcome to Story Time for the Holidays. My name is MaryEllen Shuckerow, and I'm the Executive Director of St. Vincent de Paul, Middletown. And with me tonight are two of my best buddies, Owen and Braden Zupnick from Durham, Connecticut. And they've come in to my office tonight to do a story time on, what's this?
The Grinch.
The Grinch.
How the Grinch stole Christmas.
So we are pleased to
It's by Dr. Seuss.
By Dr. Seuss to read this book to you tonight. And I hope that you're all having a safe and happy holiday in anticipation of Santa coming. And that every night you can click on this website and enjoy reading with us a different story. So here we are tonight. I'm going to start and I'm going to pass it to Owen. And we'll show you the pictures as we go. How the Grinch Stole Christmas by
Dr. Seuss.
Very good. Oh, there's a few pages here. Hang on. There's the picture. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. Do we like Christmas a lot? I think so.
Yeah, we're Middlesex.
But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. There's the Grinch. I'm going to pass the next page to Owen.
I'm good at reading.
Good. Take it away, Owen.
But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Who's, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm-lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming. I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming, for tomorrow he knew.
Show the picture. Oh,
I'll show the picture.
there you go. Great.
That's the picture.
Thank you, Owen.
All the Who, girls and boys, would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys, and then, oh the noise, noise. That one thing he hated, the noise.
Nice.
I pass it over to MaryEllen.
Okay. Then the Who's, young and old, would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast, 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 and they'd feast. They would feast on Who pudding and rare Who roast beast, which was something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least. There's the picture of the feast.
It's big. It's very big.
Very big feast. And then they do something he liked least of all. Every who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand, and the who's would start singing. They'd sing, and they'd sing, and they'd sing, 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 sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 43 years I've put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming, but how? There's all the Whovilles in Whoville. Okay, Owen, your turn.
All right.
Ooh.
But then he got an idea, an awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. All right, I'm passing it over to Braden.
Good.
I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in his throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. He chuckled and clucked. What a great Grinchy trick! With his coat and his hat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around, but since reindeers are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No, the Grinch simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max. Then he took some red thread and he tied a big horn on the top of his head.
Very nice, Ace.
And time to,
You want to go again, Owen? Go ahead.
I'll pass it.
Okay, so what page am I on now?
You're on the next page.
This one?
No.
Okay. Good thing I have both of you to keep me straight here. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, "Giddy up," and the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. There's that rickety old, it's not Santa Claus's sleigh.
That's the Grinch's sleigh, but he's evil.
Yes,
Very evil.
very evil. Okay, Owen, take it away.
All the windows were dark. Quiet snow filled the air. All the Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the square, this is stop number 1. The old Grinchy Claus hissed and he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Oh, shoot. Evil, mean Grinch.
Evil, mean Grinch.
I'm passing it over to Brandon.
then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a moment or two, then he stuck his head out of the fireplace, flew. Where's the little Who's stocking all hung in a row? These stockings, he grinned, are the first things to go.
That's the pick.
Nice, Jimmy. Okay. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and plums. And he stuffed them in bags, and the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags, one by one, up the chimney.
So mean Grinch. Mean and nasty. Then he slopped to the icebox. He took the Who's feet. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beef. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took the last can a can of Who hat. Nasty Grinch.
Nasty Grinch.
So mean. Alright, I'm passing it over to Brandon. Next page.
Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. Oh, evil!
Oh man, all the gifts are gone and the food is terrible. Whoville. And the Grinch grabbed the tree, and he started to shove when he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast and he saw a small Who, little Cindy Lou who was not more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter, who got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, Santa Claus, why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why? There she is. There you go.
But you know that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie and he thought it up quick. Why, my sweet little tot, the fake Santa Claus lied. There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, then I'll bring it back here. And his hip fooled the child. Then he patted her head, and he got her a cold drink and sent her to bed. When Sidney Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuck the tree up.
Show the picture. Oh, there you go.
Look at that. Liar. Big liar.
See? Then the last thing he took was a log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. So he left basically nothing in the house.
This is a sad story. It's got to get better though, right?
I don't like the Grinch.
Then he did the same thing to other Who's houses, leaving crumbs too small for the other Who mouses.
Evil man. It was 7:15 dawn. All the Who's still abed. All the Who's still a snooze when he packed up his sled. Packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tag, and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings.
Everything he took.
Everything. He didn't leave anything behind.
3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip top to dump it. Pooh, pooh, to the Who's, he was grinchishly humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up, and I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry, oh, oh.
So rude, Grinch. That's why the Grinch is mean.
Okay. That's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, and it started to grow.
Could it be them crying?
I don't know, we have to find out.
Whoever knows.
Let's find out.
But the sound wasn't sad. Why, the sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then what he saw was shocking surprise. Was I shocking?
Hey, here's what we're about to find out.
Mean evil self.
There we go. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came somehow or other. It came just the same. Oh my God!
I hate the Grinch.
Show the picture.
It's mean.
Look at them all. See them all singing?
Wow. Dr. Seuss is a good artist.
Yes, he is.
He makes tons of good books. Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat, right.
I love that story.
And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
That's a very happy ending. Another story. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that's the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with payload through the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And you should have picked her.
And what did he do? And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. That ends.
He didn't give it.
These are kind of a funny picture.
There's the picture.
Very funny.
That ends.
So that's the story.
Of How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss.
And let's wish everybody a merry holiday season, and come bless everyone and all of us to stay safe and well. Happy holidays!
Happy
holidays!
Merry
Thanks.
Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Thanks for tuning in with us.
Thank you!
Thank you! Bye!